Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles of GreatMillStone that rule impeccably well. And shalom to you Archeum out there that's pushing this truth and sincerity across the four winds. Well, I just want to get into a quick video, and it's going to be focusing on the subject of demons, man. How to deal with demons, how to combat demons, man. Because one thing you're going to notice when you get involved in this word, one thing that's going to increase in your life, in your daily life, is the presence of demons, man, right? Whether that will be, you know, in your day-to-day life, certain experiences that you might have in the world, or even, you know, when you're going to sleep, before you go to sleep, when you wake up in the morning, you're going to have the presence of demons around you, man. Now, the important thing to note is that you want those demons to be there to build you up, man, right? To give you spiritual experience in this truth. You don't want them demons to be there to, you know, actually condemn you, man, right? Because you're not in the spirit, or because you're not a sincere individual. You want the demons to solely be there to build you up, man. So again, it's important to be in the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and to, you know, to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, man. You know, adhering to the word to the best of your ability. So you know then in yourself that those demons are really there just to try and throw you off, man, because they don't like the fact that you're in the spirit, or the fact that you're trying to do the right thing, right? Because if you ain't right, man, in the spirit, if you're not a sincere individual, those demons will be purely sent there by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to fuck you up, man, right? Because you ain't right. So you don't want it to be for the latter, right? So I'm just gonna get into some scriptures, and also get into some examples of, you know, men of the Lord in the scriptures, Yahushai as well, that experienced these demonic encounters, man, you know, and how they dealt with it. Because these things are real, man. These demons are real. These demons do approach us. They test us. And, you know, Lord willing, they're testing us just to make us stronger, man. Lord willing, we be of the elect. So without further ado, I'll go into the first scripture. This is Job chapter 4, and I'll start from verse 12. And it says, "Now a thing was secretly brought to me, and mine ear received a little thereof. In thoughts from the visions of the night, when deep sleep falleth on men, fear came upon me, and trembling, which made all my bones to shake." Now, what this is here is Job describing a sudden presence that he got, man, you know, while he was sleeping, man. And I know, you know, most brothers can attest that they've been through that, man. You know, you might be sleeping in your bed, you feel a certain dark, demonic presence, man, right, in your room. And you can't really put a finger on it, but as you grow in this truth, man, you know, when you come into the truth, you know that it was a demon, man, because stuff like that used to happen to us in the world, man. You'll get that dark presence in your room, and you can't even really, you know, describe what it is. Well, really, it's a demon, man, you know? And it says, "Then a spirit passed before my face, the hair of my flesh stood up," right? So that's how powerful this spirit was, man, because these are demons we've got to remember that we're dealing with, and they're very powerful entities, man. And if you ain't in the right spirit, they can consume you, man, right? And it stood still, but I could not discern the form thereof. That's why you will never really remember what you actually saw. Sometimes they come in different shapes and sizes, man. They can come in many different forms. They can come in the form of looking like an animal. They can come in the form of looking like a cracker. You know what I mean? They can come in the form of looking like something you've seen out of a movie, one of those horror movies, man. They can come in many different shapes and forms, and most of them will tend to what you're scared of the most, right? So they'll come in that form of what they know that you're scared of, man, to bug you out even more. And it says, it stood still, but I could not discern the form thereof. An image was before mine eyes. There was silence, and I heard a voice saying, "Shall mortal man be more just than God? Shall a man be more pure than his maker?" Right? So, hey, this spirit actually started speaking to him, man. Right? Now, you know, I've had experiences like that, man, where you'll be sleeping and you'll get certain demonic thoughts come into your mind. You'll get demonic presence, in your room while you're sleeping, or even when you're not even sleeping. You might just be, on your computer. You might be surfing the net, doing the casual things, and then you feel a dark presence on you, man. That's those same demons that are lurking around you, man. Right? So it's important, going into the next scripture, to put on the armor of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. Right? Because you're going to get these things happen to you. And the more you grow in the spirit, the more longer that you're in this truth of ours, the more occurrences you're going to have like this, man. The more visits you're going to get from these demons to strengthen you, Lord willing. Now, the next scripture I want to get into is Ephesians 6 and verse 12. And it says, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might." So you got to be strong in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And part of being strong in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is, learning the correct doctrine, learning these scriptures, man. Following these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. That's how you're going to be strong in the Lord, by arming yourself with this word, man. Because nothing can combat these demons more than your knowledge of the word, and also your sincere faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Ain't nothing else going to combat it better than that, man. Right? And it says, "Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." So what we got to understand as well, man, that brothers doing this work, man, going to camp, you got all kind of witches and warlocks of the elites that are putting curses on us, man, and that are sending these demons to us to bother us and bug us out, man. Because what are we doing? We're bringing out the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and we're waking up the people, and we're sealing the hopeful elect. So in doing that, the Esau does not like that, man, right? That goes against his agenda. That's bringing down his kingdom. So Esau has witches and warlocks 24/7 that are putting curses up on the men of the Lord. Now those curses, if you are a man of the Lord, them curses are going to come to naught anyway. But those demons will still come through and trouble you at night, man, and trouble you in the day or whenever they trouble you, right? And they will strengthen you. And really, it's the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that's going to allow them demons to put you through those trials and tribulations, man, to strengthen you, right? And it says, "Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to withstand the evil day, and having done all, to stand." Right? So that's why we get these visits, man, so we can withstand that evil day that's going to commence on this earth, man. Right? Because when that Jacob's trouble goes down, when martial law goes down, there's going to be all kinds of spiritual things happening during that time, man. Right? On a high scale, man. That's when you're going to start seeing all the angels and the demons manifest themselves, man. People are actually going to start seeing them physically, man. And people are going to bug out. But Lord willing, the men of the Lord ain't going to bug out at seeing those things, man. Because the Lord has already been, strengthening us, showing us certain things in the spirit on a daily basis leading up to that time, man, to prepare us for it. Right? Now, the next scripture I want to get into is from the book of Samuel, man. And this is 1 Samuel chapter 16 and verse 23. And it says, "And it came to pass, when the evil spirit from Yahweh was upon Saul." So Yahweh Hashem Yahushai sent an evil spirit on Saul, man, right? Because Saul was wicked, man. When you read the book of 1 Samuel, man, you read the book of 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, Saul was wicked, man. So the Lord sent an evil spirit upon him. That's what the Lord used Samuel for, man, right? Put an evil spirit on him. And David took an harp and played with his hands, so Saul was refreshed and was well, and the evil spirit departed from him. So in this instant, David took the harp, which is a spiritual, very, very spiritual instrument, and he started playing that harp, man, in a certain way, making beautiful music with that harp, and that spirit departed from Saul, man. So just to give you that example you know, when you're studying, it's good to play spiritual music, man, right? That keeps evil spirits away from you also, because demons do not like the sound of spiritual music, man. If you're listening to hip hop all the time, and you know, R&B, and I don't know, whatever your taste is out there, you know, rock and roll, whatever. If you're listening to that music on a constant vibration, you're gonna bring all kinds of demons into your zone, man, right? Because that attracts demons. All those low vibration, you know, lack of spiritual music will bring demons in your vicinity, man. So you want to shut those demons out of your vicinity by balancing your life out and by listening to spiritual music every now and again. Especially on the Sabbath, you're going to be listening to, you know, spiritual music and keeping the Sabbath holy, man. Right? There's a time and a place for everything. You can't be playing nigga music 24/7, right? Because that's just going to bring demons onto you, man. So you gotta be listening to certain classical music, you know, spiritual heart music, you know, Celtic music, wherever you can get your hands on that sounds spiritually refreshing. Put that in your vibration, man, because I can attest that helps for me, man. You know, playing spiritual music while I'm studying, it keeps them evil forces away from you, man, because your zone is on a righteous wavelength, and that's the wavelength that these demons cannot get on, right? So that helps a lot. But still, that's not going to stop demons from contacting you or trying to mess with you, full stop, man. That's just, you know, an aid you can use while you're studying and, you know, on your day-to-day, right? So that's that example I wanted to bring out. Now, the next scripture I want to bring out is, we'll go to Matthew 17. And Matthew 17 and verse 17. Now this is an account where there was a kid in the book of Matthew that had a demon on him, man. And you know, the disciples, they couldn't cast out this demon. So Yahushua was the only one at that time that could actually cast out that demon. He's going to tell you why. Now this is Matthew 17 and verse 17. Then Yahushua answered and said, O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him hither to me. So Yahushua is now saying, you know, bring this child to me, man. And Yahushua rebuked the devil, and he departed out of him, and the child was cured from that very hour. Then came the disciples unto Yahushua apart and said, Why could not we cast him out? And Yahushua said unto them, Because of your unbelief. For verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you, man. So a big part also, just by reading that, is that you gotta have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Your faith has got to be a certain level to cast out these demons, man, and to get rid of these demons, right? Your faith has to be on a certain level, man, because, you know, if you're sleeping and a demon attacks you, and, you know, I remember what Elder Apostle Tahar said one time. He kept repeating the name of the Lord in his head over and over and over again, and the demon dispersed that way. And I've also been in that same scenario, and it worked for myself, right? You got to repeat the name of the Lord. You know, rebuke this demon in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Keep repeating that, because that name is powerful, man. We're going to get to that in the next scripture also. But yeah, if you ain't got a certain level of faith, man, that demon is not going to have it's not going to be scared, man, and it's not going to remove, because your faith is on a low level, right? So it's all about building yourself up in the spirit so you can have the power to remove these demons, man. So faith is a key factor in removing these demons, man. And it goes on to say, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you, right? Howbeit this kind goeth out, but by prayer and fasting. So that particular demon that Yahushua actually got rid of, man, you gotta fast and you gotta pray for that demon, man, to get out, right? No other way, because there's certain levels of demons. Not all demons have the same power structure, man. Some demons are more powerful than others, man. Some demons, the only way they're gonna leave you alone, you have to fast. You know, you have to throw up a fast, 24-hour fast, you know, and not eat for that demon to go. That's a powerful method of getting rid of demons, man. And also, you know, prayer is another thing that is vital in, you know, dispersing demons, man. Right? Very powerful aids. Now, the final scripture I want to get to just to back up the point I made regarding the name, man, this is Proverbs 18 and verse 10. It says, the name of the Lord is a strong tower, the righteous runneth into it and is safe, man. So that's the most important thing, really, is the name of the Lord, man. You know, a faith in the name of the Lord, right? Yahweh Shem Yahushai. If you got faith in the name of the Lord, and you know the name of the Lord, you use that, man, right, to cast out these demons, right? Because ultimately it's the name of the Lord that these demons are scared of, man, right? They know the name of the Lord. They know who Yahweh Shem Yahushai is, man, and they have to adhere to that name, right, when it's used by the right person, right? So also that goes back to the faith again. Faith, the name of the Lord, you know, prayer and fasting. That's how you get rid of these demons, man, right? So with that, I'll cut it off there, man, and say, all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and shalom to the brothers out there that's pushing this truth, man. Until next time, shalom.